All right, guys, what's going on? We are back with another video. Again, late to the party with the Last of Us information coming out. So, quickly after our last video, the trailer for the game, the final story trailer, came out. So, we figured that we would review it for you guys. Unfortunately, we'll get this right. We'll tell you guys off the bat that we are going to disable the comments yet again. Sorry for all you guys who wanted to comment on the last video. Noah and I really were upset that we couldn't read your comments because the video got some traction pretty quickly. Yeah, we were really hoping to read them, but unfortunately, due to all the spoilers potentially being dropped, we just don't think that's a great idea for you guys or for us. So we're just going to have to do that again for this video. But yeah, we are going to review this thing. So, Noah, say hi. I feel like I've totally left you out of this conversation so far.
It's fine. I'm used to it. Anyway, so we're just gonna watch through the whole trailer and comment over it, and then go back and talk about some individual parts. So let's get going.
I want to get pegged at 18, but I'm already too old for that.
Oh, it's too late. Hopefully one day, dude.
Damn.
Man, you think they're gonna have a lot of scenes in between the first and second game? Because it seems like
Honestly,
they have a lot of clips of young Ellie.
yeah. I mean, I'd be surprised, but maybe.
The revolver sounds the same.
Yeah, it does.
Is that what you meant about Joel's lips looking weird?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, we'll go back to it after.
Same clip from the last trailer.
There's a couple. There's the one of Dina on top of Ellie too. This was reused.
Yeah.
And
Joel looks so much older, it's fucked.
I know. He looks sick though. He's kind of got that Rick Grimes looking beard going on.
Yeah, well, Rick Grimes does not exist anymore.
I mean, Joel's way more badass than Rick Grimes. Let's be honest. Man, it's
But,
fucking thick.
but Coral is better than Ellie.
Dude, this trailer looks so good. The graphics are insane.
Like I was telling you earlier, Noah, it took me like quite a while into the trailer till I realized, holy shit, I'm watching a video game, not a fucking movie trailer. It's like, holy shit, the graphics are insane.
Right? I think what really gets it for me is the facial animations. Like, there's a scene coming up here in a second. Like right there where she's
Yeah,
staring at him as he walks away. Like it conveys so much emotion in such a small little scene. Like you don't even really need the
yeah,
context of what's going on before to understand what she's feeling.
exactly. Like
And to
even
me,
here when
that's
she
really
walks
the
away
most
from
impressive
Joel,
part. Yeah.
like damn.
And this is just badass. See, there was some debate over whether that's her holding someone who's dying or whether she's killing someone. I think she's definitely fucking killing someone there. Like, come on. But
Yeah,
some people are like, oh, you think that's like Joel dying or something and she's there? But no, come on. It looks like she's trying to stab a motherfucker. But we'll see, I guess.
yeah. All right, guys. So we're gonna stop from there. We're gonna start over, and we're basically gonna go through uh, what we think is some theorize like things to theorize basically, and also just our thoughts on the look and stuff like that. So either of us will
Yes.
pause when we feel like we want to talk about something.
I honestly feel like this might be a flashback chapter or something.
Yeah,
What's going on
so
here?
with this one, you can just tell right off the bat that I'm going to go back a little bit. Unfortunately, the stupid PlayStation 4 exclusive sticker is covering Joel's face. um, that's so stupid.
No, dude,
Anyways,
he's swearing there. They have to bleep it out. Come on. It's
Oh,
not an
right.
M-rated game or anything. Yeah.
right. Anyways, so Noah and I were talking about this earlier, but it's funny how because the engine and the graphics are totally different from the first game that this almost looks like not good because you're just so used to what it looked like in the original. But at the same time, like if we had this for the whole game, this would look way better, obviously. But
Yeah, like
like
obviously
Noah
you look at
said,
it closely and it looks so much better than the old game, but when you just see it at a glance, my first impression was, this looks a lot like The Last of Us remastered. Just
yeah,
because, like you said, it's the same art style and stuff, so it's just kind of funny. But
yeah.
looking at it again, like the amount of detail is just crazy.
But yeah, like Noah said, uh, we're not sure obviously how much time they're gonna spend in pre The Last of Us 2 like timeline in terms of like because the way that the first game ended, there's so much that they can like it was kind of a perfect end to then do a time jump. Like it works out well because you kind of like it's implied that she knows he's lying. And then you can kind of just assume from there how their relationship would just deteriorate. But in terms of what we'll actually see, I'm not too sure because the thing is this is in the city and when we left off with them they were at Tommy's, so I'm not really sure how much like maybe it'll be a whole chapter where they have to go do a supply run or something, who knows. But I
Yeah,
think it'd be cool if they had one chapter.
if I had to
So
bet, I would say it's probably going to be a flashback like Uncharted 4. You know, when you go back to him and Sam breaking into the house, something like that. Like yeah, like you said, a chapter
true,
or two.
true,
Um,
that could
it'll be
work. Yeah.
interesting. It'll be interesting to see if they open on this though, or what.
Anyways, so right here we got Joel holding a guitar, and it looks like he's much younger, which means that this could also be potentially from the same flashback or chapter or whatever from the first shot of the trailer. So, I mean, personally, like Noah said, I don't think they're going to spend a whole lot of time on it. Like, it might just be similar to Uncharted 4, where they flash back to Nate, um, breaking into the house with Sam, or at the most two, because they had the beginning of the game, right, where Nate breaks out of the school, and then they had that, like, kind of, they were leaving onto the motorcycle, and then, like, 7 chapters or whatever, 10 chapters later, another flashback to finish off that part story. I feel like that could be a possibility too with that timeline. Like maybe the whole Joel and Ellie dynamic is like kind of maybe improving in the like actual timeline, and then something relevant comes up and then shows you like how something fucked up their relationship, and then they show that how that happened in the past. Maybe something like that. But it's interesting that they're showing a few shots from which is clearly earlier in the timeline of The Last of Us 2.
Do you think the relationship is going to be strained in this game? I feel like they were sort of hinting at that with, well, obviously the way that the first game left off, and then the comments that they made in that gameplay trailer about your old man and all that. I feel like I could see him being like kind of really controlling and overbearing and pissing her off. Something like that.
Yeah, for sure. I don't see how there wouldn't be any tension between them. Like I just don't see how.
Yeah.
Like they wouldn't mislead us that much, and it wouldn't make sense. Like there must be something, but we just don't know what the context. Like we just don't know what it is.
No, definitely. Yeah, after the way the first game left off.
Yeah. Anyway, so we'll keep going here.
No, he's teaching her to play guitar. That's cute. I gotta say, I'm liking that leather jacket. That looks fucking bomb.
Yeah. So here we got
and we have his ghostly white lips.
so here we got Joel. So Joel looks so different. Holy shit. Like Ellie from the second game and the first game is definitely comparable. Like you can definitely see where like the change is more natural. I mean, I guess it's because she's younger, right? So it makes sense. But with Joel, it's like holy crap! Like I almost don't even recognize him. It's insane. So I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. I like the look. It's just it doesn't like I know it's Joel, but it's just like it's kind of hard to be like, wait, is that actually Joel? Like,
see, it's funny. I didn't really get that. I think it looks similar enough to how he did before. And you got to remember, the man was what, like 55, 56 in the first game? So he's like pushing past 60 now, living in a world where obviously he's stressed out and shit. So I don't really think this amount of aging is unreasonable or anything.
I mean, for 60 plus, he's got some nice fucking hair, dude. There's like, my dad is like 45 and he has more gray in his fucking hair.
I don't know, man. I mean, I don't know. My dad is like 58 and his hair's just starting to get a little gray. So I don't know. He's got the nice gray beard going though.
I guess it doesn't really matter. But anyways, Joel is definitely aged quite a bit.
Yeah, for sure. And I would expect that. I hope they're not setting it up for some like I'm too old for this shit crap, like Sully in Uncharted 2.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny. In Uncharted 2, he still looks pretty young. He's like, I'm too old for this shit, kid. And then in Uncharted 4, he looks like a walking corpse being held up by string. And somehow he's still kicking it with the young kids.
Yeah.
Trucks
But then
with
15,
RPGs and all that
15 years later, when Cassie's born, he still looks like he's barely aged in the photo with him and Sam. Like, what the
Dude, at that point, he's been long dead, and they
Dude,
just carry
Sully's
him around with
immortal.
sunglasses over his eyes, and like some Weekend at Bernie's shit.
Yeah, he's immortal, dude. Sully can't be killed.
That's true. Maybe Joel's actually Sully, dude. Whoa. That's the spoilers
Dude.
that Naughty Dog didn't want you to know.
Holy shit. That'd be something. Holy shit. All right, anyways, so we'll keep going with this.
Okay, anyway, yeah, so Joel is old, but still badass. We got that. You think we'll get to play as him again? I hope so.
I don't know.
Just for a chapter or two.
Most likely. I can't see how they wouldn't let us play him at least once. Anyway, so here we got Ellie. Totally naked on her top.
Of course
I mean,
you pause on
maybe, dude, are you kidding me? Anyways, maybe she's got those like strapless sticky bras on her titties, but I don't think
What? What would be the point?
dude, I don't see that I have
Like, just so you know, I have little fucking pieces of tape in the shape of necks over my titties because we got to keep this shit PG.
Dude, that would be amazing. They should get, dude. You see in the top right corner how they have a triangle, circle, X, and square. They should.
No. It's the PlayStation 4 exclusive stickers.
Dude, no, the factions multiplayer. That should be one of the freaking things you can buy.
Fucking
Nipple
pasties.
stickers.
You heard it here first, boys and girls. It was actually in the leaked footage. Funny enough,
Oh shit. Anyways, so
nipple
we got
pasties and dick rings and
nipple pasties and dildos. Okay. Anyways, so we got Ellie here. So, I don't know where the hell she is. She looks like she's in a really, really big closet or something like that.
I think
with a
she's
bunch
just
of
in her
shit.
bedroom or something.
Oh yeah, true. I'm dumb. That's a bed. I kind of well, I don't know if it's a bed actually.
Well, it looks
kinda
more like a couch. Bro, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Anyways, so she definitely looks abused to shit. I know a lot of people theorize that because there was so much misdirection in the first trailer that came out last year, I guess, whatever it was, or earlier this year, whatever. A lot of people were like, "Oh no, there's no way it's she." When she got held down, so I'll go back here, right here where she's being held down and she's saying stop, whatever. In the last trailer, it was like you could assume that she was reacting to people like possibly about to kill Dina or something like that because she was trying to find her before this happened in that trailer. But a lot of people were like, no, it's too obvious. So a lot of people said maybe it's not someone in front of her getting killed that she cares about. Maybe it's her being assaulted sexually because of the way they're holding her down. It just looks like she's being forced down and so
Or
it's
even
possible.
just, like,
And
captured or kidnapped
exactly.
or something.
Regardless, maybe this is another scenario where it's just too obvious because like these are back-to-back shots, right? I highly doubt. I mean, it's possible that these could be the bruises that are caused by these guys holding her down, and it would make sense because it looks like it's in the same areas, like on her right shoulder, her right rib. That's literally where it is, right? So it's possible that's what those are from, and this is like post whatever happened
And we
there.
know, like, the game story is about revenge, right? So the easiest conclusion to come to is, they hold her down, they killed someone who she loves, and then this was like the aftermath or whatever. But that seems too obvious to me, so I hope there's some kind of twist there.
Exactly, that's
Naughty
the thing,
Dog
right?
normally doesn't
It's
give
too
away their
obvious.
entire story. Yeah.
But hey, I
Either
mean,
way, some bad shit
knows?
happened, and
correct.
now she's pissed, which we'll see in a minute when she starts fucking people up. Yo, I'm sorry, but I want that coat. That looks sick.
What coat?
Joel's coat, dude.
Oh.
I don't really have the gray beard to pull it off, not yet.
So, so we got this shot here that I want to stop at because I think some people were thinking from the last trailer as well that at the end of it when Joel was like, "You think I'm gonna let you do this on your own?" And Ellie seemed to be alone at the time on her hunt for revenge. I think a lot of people may have thought maybe she was with Tommy and maybe they killed Tommy. And that's why Joel was so like eager to help her because it's his brother. But it's looking like that's not the case, mainly because she still like if you see she has the black eye like she did with Joel in the last shot and has the sweater on. So it's kind of, to me at least, it seems like this is after she's attacked. So I don't think that Tommy was the one that was killed personally. But hey, misdirection. They could have done that to fuck with us. They could have, maybe what she's wearing is totally different in the final game. You know what I mean? Like this could be before all that. So who knows? But I definitely think if this is actual footage from the game, then I don't think Tommy was the one that was killed.
Yeah,
so
I don't
I'm
think
really
he
curious.
died. Especially because you see the scene later on in the trailer where she's hugging him and talking to him. So,
True.
yeah. Plus, I feel like he's not really an important enough character to set off the plot of the entire game.
That's true. That's true. I definitely think he could die, though,
really
but
know.
not
He
the
could.
main death.
Yeah. Oh, also something interesting about here. Did you notice that this looks like the weapon bench where you can upgrade your guns?
It does.
Remember they showed that teaser trip? So that's interesting that you can actually get attacked while you're crafting and upgrading and stuff. I think that's kind of cool.
Yeah, if that's what it is,
Adds
that's
a little
definitely
more danger to the game because, yeah, that's actually really neat because you're never safe. And he just fucking smashes this jar over his head.
So it definitely seems like she's getting her ass kicked, and I like that because, in all honesty, she's a 18-year-old kid. Like, there's no way that she'd be able to get off scot-free without getting injuries. Like, she's trying to kill all these men that are all killers at this point in the apocalypse. So I'm glad that they're actually showing that she gets her ass handed to her from here and there, because it definitely makes sense. Like, there's no way that she would just not
for sure.
have
And you
those
can tell that
problems.
they changed some of the gameplay systems around that as well. Like when you see the clips of the melee combat later on and in that big gameplay that came out a couple years ago, that it's not like Joel where she just can walk up to people and just beat them down. Like it's more of a struggle. And I think that's cool because I kind of thought the first game was a little bit too easy. So, the fact that you really have to fight, I think makes it a little more interesting.
Yeah.
Who's
Yeah, look,
that? There's some random person.
weapon
Yes,
table.
it's the same. It's the same weapon bench.
Yeah.
Also, if you guys haven't seen that clip, someone posted like a minute-long clip of the weapon customization on Twitter, like one of the developers, and it looks really cool. Every single thing you upgrade actually has its own animation. It looks like they put so many hours of work into that.
So here, with her hand
She's holding
shaking.
people up for.
So
We've seen this too.
yeah. So I think this is also an extension on all of the other shots that we've seen with her hand shaking, which is a clear sign of PTSD. So I definitely think that they're gonna explore that. Honestly, again, it's so hard to say because we don't know the spoilers that came out last week. So for all we know, we could be so far off with our theories. We could be spot on, not even know it, or right around the middle. But in my opinion, I think it's definitely something that they're gonna focus on in terms of like how much struggle it is for, like how big of a struggle it is for her to deal with what happened to her, whether it's someone was killed in front of her, whether it's she was sexually assaulted, whatever it was. I definitely think it's good that they're getting into the psyche of Ellie and really showing you how much of a struggle it is, because I feel like sometimes with a lot of games that the actual emotional and like mental strength that you need in real life is just kind of ignored. Like in like you said in your comment before with like having the first game was so easy. Like Joel literally felt like a big guy in Uncharted 3. Like literally nothing could stop him. Like literally he just was unstoppable at times, and it just felt a little bit unrealistic. And I think it's cool to explore that different type of struggle with the psychological aspect. So I think that'll be cool if they do focus on it. Yeah, so it's interesting that a lot of the characters either help her and eventually decide not to or do continue to help her, like it seems Joel will. And it's also interesting to see that Dina is just kind of ignored. Like, there's literally one shot of her in this whole trailer, and it's not even like, it's just her in bed with Ellie. Like, it's not really, like, for all we know, that could be a flashback. It's not anything really significant. So I find it interesting that for another story trailer, or for this story trailer at least, because she was prominent in the other one, that she's just kind of not there. So it's interesting that she isn't here. I definitely think that's one of two things. One, it's a hint that she's either dead or she's the villain or whatever that she's going after, or she just is dead.
Yeah.
Or sorry, I said that.
Or
She's either
they-
dead, she's the person Ellie's going after, or they just did it as misdirection to not include her. And she's
That's what I
actually
was
in
gonna
it.
say. Yeah, she's a big part of the story, but they want to throw us off a little bit
Exactly.
because Neil Druckmann said a lot about how he wanted this game to really send a message, and have some kind of like moral through line to it. So I definitely don't think the story is going to be as straightforward as this trailer makes it seem.
Yeah. So we have absolutely no idea who the hell this dude is. We have not seen him in anything yet, so it does seem like he's surrendering somewhat, but I
He
can't
looks
really
like
tell.
he's wearing the same outfit as the enemies from the gameplay demo, so I guess he's part of that cult.
Yeah,
He's just one of the bad guys who's...
but he's
I
definitely.
don't know, but who's holding him up then? Because like it looks like the people surrounding him are pointing at him.
That's true.
But nowhere do they talk about Ellie having backup, and I don't think Tommy's men all wear matching black outfits and shit. So I don't know. Maybe he's
An ally or something.
maybe those are his friends behind him, and yeah, they're gonna kill him for something. Maybe he ends up. I don't know, man. I'm trying to see because it looks like they're all wearing similar uniforms. Is it not?
Yeah. I don't know. I just find it interesting that we haven't seen this guy in anything yet, and we see him in one little shot in the trailer. Like, I find that kind of odd. So I guess we'll find out who he is, but I definitely don't think he'll be a huge character, because if he was, then they definitely would have at least talked about him at least once. Like,
Yeah, I'm just curious what he did to get himself into this situation.
Yeah.
Classic clicker carnage.
See, like, that's the only shot we have. So we have a few shots here that we're going to pause it. So we have this shot here of her with, I literally cannot remember his name. What the hell's his name?
Is it Henry? That's a total guess. I don't know.
I don't know either. But regardless, so he's in that scene from the 2018 E3 gameplay trailer footage, and then he's also here. So I'm guessing this is before he FOs, but maybe we're wrong. But it doesn't really seem like it could just be Ellie talking to him about what happened to her. It doesn't really seem like what's going on here is too significant, so we'll just pass over this. But this shot here, like I said, this is the only shot in the whole trailer where she's actually with Dina. And like I said earlier, with the whole her wearing the sweater and her being kind of bruised up on her face. So again, this could be total misdirection from Naughty Dog. This could be a flashback, and she would not be wearing that sweater at all. She'd be wearing something else, and maybe she's totally fine. She's not been attacked yet. But the way that it looks here, it looks like, oh my god, like Dina's right here. She has her sweater on that she was wearing after she was attacked. That means Dina wasn't killed. I don't know if that's necessarily true. And to be honest, it's too obvious. Like, I don't think that she, or maybe it's also a hallucination. That's what it could be too, right? Because the fact that we don't see Dina's face, it could be a sign that it's not real.
Fuck, I hope they don't go to that level.
Imagine they hallucinate them having sex. Dude, I could totally see why people would be pissed if that was a spoiler.
Ripping off
They
the
wouldn't want that.
PlayStation exclusive nipple stickers and going to town.
Dude, the PlayStation 4 exclusive nipple stickers. Dude, that's totally what it is. Okay, no.
No, actually, you only get to see the nips on PlayStation 5. It's a PS5 exclusive.
Dude, if that would have been a little Easter egg, if people were like in the comments, why does it say PS5 exclusive? You'll find out, don't worry.
You'll find out if you pre-order. Definitive Edition on PlayStation 5.
Yeah. All right. So
Anyway, yeah, I definitely think if it was as simple as Dina gets killed and she wants revenge, they wouldn't have telegraphed that so heavily. But who knows? Oh, there's that shot of Tommy consoling her as well. I think that's the only other time.
It looks like the end of the scene before with Tommy talking, because it's in the same spot. So I guess that's not.
He also looks way better in this game than he did in the other one, by the way.
Yeah, he looks.
For some reason, in the first
weird.
game, his chin was like weird. I don't know. Looks like he had no chin. If that makes any sense.
Yeah.
It's like. So yeah, that's her walking away from Joel, mad about something. I don't know. It seems to me like the kind of through line throughout all this is that she's going way too far in her plot for revenge, and slowly, one by one, all of her friends are saying like, "No, I'm out. Like this is too much for me." Although I can't see Joel just up and abandoning her, but in this scene it looks more like she's the one walking away and saying, "No, I'm gonna go do this by myself."
Yeah, I don't know. It definitely has that. Yeah, I was just gonna say they're definitely trying to convey that she's being abandoned, like almost like what she's doing is just unnecessary. Like she doesn't need to do it, but she's just so stuck with that revenge that she just has to kill. Like she said in the first ever reveal in like 2016, she has to kill every single one of them. And I think that the rage is just gonna consume the shit out of her. And I don't think that Joel is going to agree with it. So maybe that's what it is she's saying, I need to do it. And he says, well, I can't be a part of it. This isn't for you. And then she leaves. Oh. But right here, unfortunately, we can't see the person. All we see is their hands. So all we know is that they're white. Or possibly Asian, but white or Asian. Definitely does not look like she's trying to save that person or that they're dying. It looks like she's killing the person, but like with a little bit of remorse.
Come on.
Yeah, like she looks too. She's so okay. There's so many emotions. Like she looks torn on what she's doing, but at the same time, like just consumed with rage. Like it's just it's a weird look.
She looks like disgusted and desperate and enraged and horrified and. It reminds me a lot of the scene in the first game where she kills David with the machete, to be honest.
Anyway, so that's the whole trailer through. Well, we just kind of talk about it. So we're just going to go back.
Oh, yeah. I remember when this came out, everyone was like, hey, the zombies have boobs. That's so weird. Just noticed that.
So let's talk about this shot for a second. We didn't do that. So that definitely looks like Tommy's town. I don't know about you, but
a little bit.
It's possible that perhaps Tommy... I'm just going to throw out a crazy theory right here, okay? What if this group of people found Ellie with Dina on their little getaway, and they found them, ambushed them, attacked them. Dina dies or she doesn't. Either or, it still works for this theory. And they followed them back. They let them go. They followed them back to the town. And then they attack the town, set it on fire. Everyone dies except for like the main cast, which is like the Asian dude, Ellie, Tommy, Joel, possibly Dina if she doesn't die. And Ellie loses a bunch of close people in that town that she's grown to care about and all that stuff. Maybe that's something that happens. But again, maybe that's just going down the rabbit hole. But I definitely think it could be something that would just be so way off everyone what they're expecting, because a lot of people are just expecting it either to be Dina dies or Joel dies, and that's what sets her off to go kill everyone.
Or perhaps
but it's just
that's
too obvious.
Something that Ellie did in revenge, and that's like the settlement of some group that attacked them or did whatever set her off.
Perhaps, yeah. Maybe it's
that would be pretty
some spot that she attacked or whatever.
I don't know. That's the thing. Like, this trailer really keeps you guessing. And it's a shame that all these leaks happen, because I really love this sort of part of the hype cycle where everyone goes out and talks about their expectations and theories. And I feel like all of that's kind of been ruined now, and it really sucks. So it's nice to actually be able to sit down and talk between the two of us. But you know what I mean? You can't just go on Twitter and see people talking
Yeah,
about
yeah.
what they think this means and all of that.
Well, yeah, because you have to be careful about where you go now, otherwise you will get
Yeah.
spoiled. So it's kind of annoying.
Yeah, it kind of ruins the point of making theories if half the people could just be dropping spoilers.
Yeah. But it's interesting because, like Noah and I have said multiple times, we don't know most of the spoilers that came out, so we can't discuss those. But it does make me curious, like, if certain things were spoiled and then a few days later they reveal this trailer, like, I wonder if all the shit in this trailer like, none of it was leaked, or maybe a few things but nothing significant. Like, I feel like if things were leaked that were already, like, that were a part of this trailer, why even bother revealing it again? So I feel like a lot of the stuff in this trailer wasn't leaked already. So maybe that's why maybe they made the trailer after all these leaks. Maybe this trailer is intentionally trying to pull back.
Pretty friggin' good for a rush job.
Maybe though, or maybe I don't know. That's the thing.
It's
Who
true.
knows?
They could have. They had a couple weeks.
Yeah. But it's just like, because the thing is, there's nothing, like, compared to all the other Last of Us trailers that they've revealed, it's really different. Because they show off Joel and finally Tommy for the first time, which they hadn't done yet at all. And that was definitely something that a lot of people didn't like. And they didn't show, I mean, I feel like a lot of the shit they showed here was just kind of like more of the same thing from the last trailer with, like, Ellie going after people. But they didn't show Joel. They didn't show Tommy. Like, Joel at the end. But they didn't show Tommy. Like, so I definitely think that this trailer could have been a response to all, like, the push of Ellie and all the, social justice stuff. Possibly that's what this trailer was meant for. I don't know. Again, it's hard to say because I don't know the fucking spoilers. So, but that's just a thought, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
As to how they formulated the trailer, right? So, I don't know. Who knows?
I could definitely see that, trying to, like, realign some of the expectations and show people that what was leaked isn't everything that the story is made up of. Because a lot of developers on Twitter have been saying that, no, like, these leaks were only part of it, and you don't understand until you play the full game. So I'll be really interested once the game comes out to go back to the leaks and see whether that's actually true or not. But for now, I'm pretty happy with the way this trailer looks, and if it's in any way actually representative of the game's story, I think it's going to be pretty good.
For sure. Yeah, I agree. I mean, honestly, I wish this was the first trailer that came out as opposed to the last one, because it would have been nice to have that reassurance that Joel is a bigger part of the game. Like, I mean, even in this trailer, Ellie is obviously the main focus. Like, she will be in the game. That's already confirmed. But I definitely wish that they showed maybe a mixture of this and the other trailer. But who knows? It might not have worked. I don't know. My point is, I like this trailer more than the other one, just because it was getting to the point where it's just like, oh, come on. Like, where the fuck is Joel? Like, it was getting ridiculous. It's just like,
I knew they were trying to keep everyone in the dark, build some hype.
Yeah, it's just like, oh my god. But anyways, I'm happy with this trailer. I'm especially happy because I have not been spoiled at all, so this trailer still works for me and isn't just like kind of a reassurance thing that the game will be okay in the end. So I'm glad that I get to go into the game fresh, and same with you, Nunu, but I think you know a little bit more than I do, but
a little bit. I don't think what I saw was a real spoiler.
Right. But I haven't seen literally anything.
Yeah.
So,
but we'll find out in about a month.
Yeah, and we'll definitely make more videos then. We could make another video from here to the release, but we don't know what that'll be. So if it comes out, then it'll just kind of be random. If not, then we will definitely be making videos when the game comes out. But yeah, 100%. Until then, who knows? But we definitely had a good time.
And by the way, part of the leaked footage that I did actually see was some gameplay of Factions 2 from back in 2018. So we know that is coming at some point. Right. Just thought I'd put that out there. If any of you actually play Factions, I don't know. But I'll definitely be making content on that because I fucking love Factions.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
All right, guys. well, that's basically it from us. We had a good time reviewing this trip. Right, it was like a mix of like I wouldn't really call it a review. It's more of a thoughts and impressions kind of video.
I don't really know what to call this, but I had fun recording it, and that's all that matters.
Yeah, like I mean, I don't know. We didn't really want to make it into like kind of a review, like kind of like what Robin does with his Last of Us videos. Like we're not really too into that format. Like we kind of just like giving our thoughts and impressions. But yeah, we hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys got all the way through to this part of the video, then thank you very much for watching. Thanks for all the views on the last video. And if any of you guys are watching this that aren't subscribed, that liked our content, then make sure to subscribe. We will definitely be having more Last of Us content come out in the future. And yeah, that's all from me. So I will see you guys in the next video.
Yeah, take it easy, guys.